This is a series of 100 films with Japanese foods that I've eaten, and this is a film about what happens when Japan goes all German on you. There's a German-style restaurant in Ebe Station. It's called Tsubame Grill, and it's fantastic. Itadakimasu. As it so often happens in Japan, when it comes to certain kinds of foreign foods, there's often only one option. It's the place to go for European-style dishes, or as I like to call it, English-speaker food, itadakimasu. And here is a list of what I ate that made it amazing. I call it my top 6 favorite menu items from Tsubame Grill. Number 6, the frozen tomato. I don't know who came up with this, but it's just a frozen tomato. But it's an amazing appetizer on a hot day. Number 5, the pickled herring. I don't like pickled foods as a rule. The kind of pickled fish you buy in the grocery store back home was usually nasty in some way. But this house-made herring was perfect and subtle, and it wasn't too sweet, sour, or fishy. Just right for an appetizer. Itadakimasu. Number 4, Hamburger and cabbage rolls. Actually, I didn't eat this, but when I went with my ex-girlfriend, she ordered both of these things. The Hamburger is pretty good, and so are the cabbage rolls. These are the 2 main reasons Japanese people go to Tsubame Grill. Number 3, the stamina set. Even though this is a Western-style restaurant, Japanese people expect everything to be served with rice, including cabbage rolls and baked potatoes. Also, this is the only way to get a dinner roll with your meal. Unlike dinner rolls in most Tokyo bakeries, it was a plain dinner roll, which in itself is rare in Japan. Number 2, salmon meunier. This is a personal favorite of mine. You get used to seeing salmon in Japan, but outside of sushi form, it's usually grilled or baked. Not this time. Fried in a butter sauce. It's one of those rare butter-based dishes you'll find outside of an expensive French restaurant. And finally, that's right, you guessed it, number 1, the mashed potatoes. How could something so boring be exciting? Well, once you've lived in Japan for more than a year, you'll begin to fear that you may never eat mashed potatoes again. It will seem miraculous when you have them one more time. Trust me. Where can I get it? That's right, you guessed it, the Tsubame Grill in Ebe Station. If you're new to Japan, you'll probably want to start in Tokyo from Shinjuku Station since it's the busiest train station in the world. Board the Yamanote line on platform 14 of JR Shinjuku Station, take that train in the Osaki direction to Ebe Station, go out the east gate, and stay in the station. Take the escalators up to the 6th floor. The restaurant is just across from the west side escalators. As always, keep in mind this information may be out of date by the time you're watching this. The word of the day. The word of the day is itadakimasu. It's a stock phrase that means thank you for the meal, but I prefer to think of it as the Japanese version of let's eat. Not an exact translation, but it serves the same purpose. So if you want to remember this word, feel free to watch this video 10 more times and repeat along with me, or at least that's what I do. Next time. So that's it until next time when we talk about what happens when spaghetti goes samurai. So until then, sayonara.